Welcome back to the Brick Breakdown. I'm Matt Brick, your host. Today is Wednesday, August 2nd. Today we're going to be talking about best ball drafts and have another top 10 list. But first, let's get right into the news. Lots of news going around. Lots of news. Let's get right into it. First and foremost, Aaron Rodgers took a $35 million pay cut, which is something I don't think's happened. That's a lot of money to just say no thanks. But from what he's been saying, there has been, he obviously Dalvin Cook visited the Jets this past weekend, but he's saying that now that they have more money, that they can sign more guys when they can. So there you go. Aaron Rodgers taking a $35 million pay cut. Now for the Jonathan Taylor saga. It started off a couple of days ago when Jim Irsay, who's very vocal, tweeted NFL running back situation. We have negotiated the CBA that took years of effort and hard work and compromise in good faith by both sides. To say now that a specific player category wants another renegotiation after the fact is inappropriate. Some agents are selling bad faith. Then Jonathan Taylor's agent responded, bad faith is not paying your top offensive player. Then, I think a day or two later, Jonathan Taylor requested a trade. Irsay responded with, we're not trading Jonathan, end of discussion, not now and not in October. Then it came out that the Colts could possibly put Jonathan Taylor on the non-football injury list, which would make it that his current contract would just toll over to next year and they wouldn't have to pay him a dime this year, which is rather cruel because they're claiming that it's due to a back injury he suffered away from the team. Then Taylor responded, tweeting, quote, 1, never had any back pain. 2, never reported back pain. Not sure who your sources are, but find new ones. There have been rumors that the Bears and the Chiefs are interested in Taylor, so maybe there will be a trade. But as of right now, it's kind of gone a little bit silent. No update on Taylor and Irsay's feud right now, but I will update you as soon as there's more news on it. Now, time for the Sean Payton saga. Sean Payton recently said, quote, the only winning they're going to have, talking about the New York Jets, is in the offseason. We're not doing any of that. The Jets did that this year. You watch Hard Knocks, all of it. I can see it coming. Robert Saleh, the head coach for the New York Jets, responded, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't poppin'. So hate away. Obviously, we're doing something right if you've got to talk about us when we don't play you until week 5. Totally fair. I think what Peyton said was kind of out of line and kind of weird. Like, I don't know why all of a sudden he was just throwing hate at the Jets. I agree with Saleh. So Peyton responded, quote, I had one of my moments where I had my Fox hat on and not my coaching hat. It was a mistake by me. I said what I said, but I needed to have some restraint. I thought it was so now after that, Aaron Rodgers responded to Sean Payton. I thought it was way out of line, inappropriate, and I think he needs to keep my coach's name out of his mouth. Which was a great response from Rodgers, in my opinion. I think he's right. And then, of course, they asked Sean Payton if he responds to Rodgers, and Payton says we're past that. Then Nathaniel Hackett said about Sean Payton, as a coach, we live in a glass house. There's a code and there's a way things are done in that house. So, week 5, the Broncos play the Jets, and I believe that is I want to say it's in Denver, but I don't remember. I'd have to look. But week 5, that's going to be a great game. Joe Burrow was carted off the field and strained his calf this past week. Jalen Ramsey suffered a knee injury that required surgery. He's expected to be back by December. Because of that, the Dolphins signed Eli Apple to a deal, which is kind of interesting because Tyreek Hill and Eli Apple have kind of not gone along in the past couple of years, especially when he was with the Chiefs. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes down. Sonny Michel, running back for the LA Rams, retired. Garrett Wilson is dealing with a low ankle sprain. Keep you updated on that. Undrafted free agent, rookie fullback Monte Pottebaum retired. The Texans waived Amari Rodgers. Zach Moss broke his arm during practice and is expected to miss 6 weeks. Unfortunate news here. Broncos wide receiver Tim Patrick tore his Achilles and will miss the 2023 season after last year when he tore his ACL. Very frustrating for Tim Patrick. I hope and pray and wish him the best. Very frustrating. I just wish him and his family the best. That's horrible. Just horrible. Even more unfortunate news for the Broncos. KJ Hamler has been waived due to pericarditis. I believe that's how it's pronounced. It is a mild heart irritation. And they said it may not be serious, but he might have to take a month off, and that's a whole thing, so they just waived him. Ronald Jones, current running back for the Cowboys, has been suspended 2 games for violating the league's PED policy. He might not make the team because of this. Yeah, not so hot there. Almost done. The Raiders waived O.J. Howard. Jalen Hurd retired. I believe he just signed with the Patriots. Now he is retired. Cooper Kupp left practice yesterday with a hamstring injury, did not return. I'm sure there will be more updates with that sooner than later. And what I just read before starting the podcast was that, according to PFT's Mike Florio, the NFL is considering adopting the XFL's kickoff rules. So basically, I think they're like 5 yards apart, lining up, and then you can't move until the returner catches the ball. Makes it safer. I think it's a lot more. It's obviously more safer, which is better for the game, and I just think it's better. I guess I don't know. We'll see. All right. So today we're going to be talking about some best ball drafts. I've been doing some best ball drafts. I don't know how many I've done so far. I want to say 3 or 4. But they're a lot of fun, and I want to talk about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my draft that I did real quick. If I can figure it out. Hold on. Okay. And then take this there. This, put that here. Okay. So now I should be able to share my screen. Oh, whoops. I gotta click on it first. Okay, so now I should be able to share. Oh. There we go. All right. Is it working? Oh, yeah. Okay. So I just want to hide that. Maybe I should turn this off too. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Man, I wish I could All right, well, I guess it's tough to see on the screen there, but I will read the names on the screen. Okay, so my quarterbacks here are Trevor Lawrence, Tua Tagovailoa, and Jimmy Garoppolo. My running backs are Austin Eckler, Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, Tank Bigsby, Leonard Fournette, DK Metcalf, Mike Williams, Jordan Addison, Rashad Bateman, Rashee Rice, John Mechie, and unfortunately, of course, Tim Patrick. And I did that before he got hurt, so that sucks. Pat Freiermuth, Jelani Woods, and Zach Ertz. So I think I drafted that team. Oh, it says right here in the 5 spot. Okay. So in my opinion, when I did this last year, I won. I won first place in, I think it was like a $10 league. This is on Underdog. Shout out to Underdog. I love their site. Love their app. Pretty cool. Easy to use. Not sponsored by them, but they're pretty cool. So I think this is like the best formula for it, in my opinion. 3 quarterbacks, 5 running backs, 7 wide receivers, 3 tight ends. I think that just gives you the best odds to, have the best team, in my opinion. Three quarterbacks and 3 tight ends is a big one. I remember hearing that like having those 3 tight ends and 3 quarterbacks like helps you in the long haul to, move forward in best ball and be able to win. So that was one team. Let's look at another. Is that one? I forgot had Tim Patrick on it. Let's see here. This one. Okay. All right. So this one I did on DraftKings. This is half the team. I'll pull up the second half next. This one's probably easier to read. I had Justin Herbert, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Deebo Samuel, Marquise Brown, Jordan Addison, Evan Ingram, George Pickens, Samaje Perine, Rashad Bateman, Geno Smith, Tank Bigsby, Adam Thielen. Let's pull up the next one. What's this one? And then share it. So where did I stop at? Adam Thielen, John Mechie, Leonard Fournette, Jimmy Garoppolo, Jalen Hyatt, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Noah Fant, and Zach Ertz. This one's more. I think it's like 20 players. So I kind of pivoted there. So that's a whole thing. But yeah, I think that having the 3 tight ends and the 3 quarterbacks is very important. I like this team simply because I think it was Derrick Henry, Saquon, Fournette. Man, even Perine's good. And Tank Bigsby. Don't sleep on Tank Bigsby this year. You will regret it. I think he's going to do very well. Behind Travis Etienne, and I think knowing Doug Peterson, he's going to split. There will be a split. There will be a split between Etienne and Bigsby. So just keep that in mind. All right, I have one more team that I need to pull up here. Okay. Okay, so this is the whole thing. Okay, so open that up. All right, so this is another team I drafted on Underdog. Here, okay, so did the same thing. This time I had the 10th spot. I love this team. I think this team has a lot of potential. Hopefully I win it. But man, this team's kind of crazy. Okay, so I have Joe Burrow, Tua Tagovailoa, Matthew Stafford, Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs, Rashad White, James Cook, Khalil Herbert, Devontae Adams, DK Metcalf, Michael Pittman, Treylon Burks, Alan Lazard, Michael Gallup, John Mechie, Chiga Kwankwo, Mike Gesicki, and Zach Ertz. I just think that these running backs are pretty solid, and I'm shocked that I think I started with Adams, then I took probably Saquon, then yeah, that sounds right. Look, the 11th pick, and then I came back with Jacobs, and then I came back with is that right? Hold on. That's right. That's crazy. So I had Adams, Saquon, Josh Jacobs, Metcalf, then I had Joe Burrow in the 5th round, which is kind of insane. You probably can't draft him that low at this point because his ADP is probably a lot higher. I don't remember when I did this. It was probably around. It was probably a month ago. It must have been. It was a while ago. But that's the. It's also the positive on drafting early for best ball and getting that value. So highly recommended if you haven't done it yet. They're pretty cool, lots of fun to do, and by the end of the season, you might win some money. So check it out. It's time for the top 10 list. Today we're going to be doing the top 10 NFC wide receivers. Coming in at number 10, I have Chris Olave, and I think that may be a hot take, but I think he's an incredible wide receiver. I think he has great talent. That's why I have him at 10. I know he just had his rookie season, but he showed a lot last year. That's why I have him at 10. Number 9, I have Devonta Smith. Devonta Smith, in the few years he has just shown time and time again that he is just a baller. He can catch the ball. He has had some spectacular catches over his career so far. And I can only see him doing better from here on out. Number 8, I have Mike Evans. He's had a tremendous career, and he's still going. This year, he might have an off year due to the quarterback position. I mean, you have Baker Mayfield and you have Kyle Trask. Hopefully, Baker Mayfield shows up. I really do hope he does. I just don't think it'll be as easy as it was with Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Number 7, I have Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Sun God. I love Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think he's very talented. I can see him moving up after this year on this list. But he is just very talented. Has just shown how special he is as a wide receiver, and he clearly made an impact right away when he started with the Lions. Number 6, I have Deebo Samuel. He can catch the ball and he can run the ball. Something you really don't see a lot for a wide receiver in the NFL, and that's why I have him at the 6th spot. He is getting a little older, so I guess we'll see how that goes for him. But for right now, I have Deebo at 6. Number 5, I have DK Metcalf. I think he's just a specimen. His abs have abs. He's just a force to be reckoned with, and you don't want to mess with DK Metcalf. He's unbelievable. Makes crazy catches, has some speed to him, and he will push you to the ground for sure because he is just a man amongst boys. Number 4, I have CD Lamb, Obviously, he's done very well with the Cowboys. No shame in saying that as an Eagles fan. I'm not going to deny it. He's done very well, in my opinion. He, normally he is catching these long bombs, and he's normally there and he catches it. So can't be upset with that. He clearly has talent. So yeah, CeeDee Lamb at 4. Number 3, I have A.J. Brown. I just think that obviously with the Titans, he was one of the best wide receivers, right? Not even just in the NFC, but in the league. And for them to trade him away to my Philadelphia Eagles was a mistake for the Titans. It was a mistake. They made a mistake. A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts' connection last year was electric. It was insane because not only are they best friends, but they were working out before he was even on the Eagles. And to see them just be on the same page with each other was unbelievable. And I hope to see more of it this year because it's going to be crazy. Number 2, I have Cooper Kupp. I'm just giving him the respect here because I know he got hurt last year, but he is just dominant at the position the past couple of years. And I can't put him lower because of 1 year that he got hurt. I just don't think that's fair to him. But he is spectacular, catches the ball like he's like their only. It's wrong to say he's their only guy there, but he gets so many targets there and has so much production that he deserves the 2 spot. And obviously, number 1, Justin Jefferson, hitting the gritty. Gotta love him. That catch he had against the Bills last year was unbelievable. I remember after watching that quarterback documentary, it's just like, geez, like he is just he's an alien, So always great to watch him, and it'll be exciting to watch him again this year. That's going to be it for me today. We'll end it with the quote of the day. Today's quote of the day is, "Hope is patience with the lamp lit." Tertullian. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Tertullian. That sounds right. Thank you so much for listening. Please like, subscribe, follow. Podcast every Wednesday. Football's coming soon. 36 days. Is that right? 36 days till kickoff. So we're getting there close. Getting close. Very exciting. You can follow the podcast on Twitter. I'm not calling it X. At Bryk Breakdown, at BRYK Breakdown. You can follow my personal account at BrykMatt, BRYKMATT. My podcast accounts are on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I have a Facebook page. Check them all out. I'd really appreciate it. Give us a review. Thank you so much. Have a great day.